Hi, welcome back. On tonight's menu, we're going to be making some chicken burrito bowls. So I'm going to get started putting the black beans in the Instant Pot. Then we're going to go ahead and be grinding up one of the chickens we raised here on the homestead over the summer. So put some black beans in there. I'm going to cook them with some chicken stock, home canned from our backyard chickens. All right, that should probably be enough. I'm going to season them with a little bit of cayenne pepper. Then we're going to set this for about 25 minutes, take the lid off, and then put our rice in. So we're kind of cooking the beans and rice all together, even though they take 2 different cook times. So we'll get that started. Now it's time to get the meat grinder set up. This is only my second time using it, so definitely going to use the instruction manual. We have the KitchenAid metal food grinder. I picked it up a couple months ago, was recommended versus the plastic one, and got it on a really great sale. We tried to make some chicken breakfast sausage. It was so-so. Definitely need to refine that recipe. So when I took a peek at this, there are 3 different grinding sizes to use: fine, medium, or coarse. It sounds like coarse is probably going to be what we want. Raw meats for burgers and chili, vegetables for salsa and sausage. We have to use it on speed 4. So we'll get this main part, onto the front of the mixer. Now I know a lot of people freeze this ahead of time. Our meat is kind of halfway frozen, so I think that should do the trick. So we did not freeze this. All right, a few tries, but I'd say we've got it now. Then the next thing we wanted to do was put the coarse grinding plate on. The notch matches with this notch. Then you put the collar on. All right, we're in business. We'll run this on speed 4. I am going to cut up the chicken we have here. Again, we got this out of the freezer. We grew this on the homestead, raised this on the homestead this summer. So we'll be back when it's time to grind the chicken. We're back. We cut off enough of the chicken for dinner tonight. We'll use the rest, I think, to make a soup a little bit later on. So we're going to put this on speed 4 and see what happens. All right, it seems to be moving through. I think I might only be on speed 2. That's so weird. Why is it doing that? Did I not assemble it properly? This is a true testament to using it for the second time. We didn't put the grinder part in of the meat grinder, so we are getting that situated now. It's making a lot more sense. We'll get back to it when we're all set up. We're back in business. Much better. Oh, that is a big difference. That's a wrap. It took about, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes, once we got it figured out. We're back with the Instant Pot. The beans have cooked for about 25 minutes. So they're starting to get soft. We're going to put our quinoa and rice in to cook for the remaining 15 minutes. So we'll just put a little in. Same with the rice. We'll definitely have more than we need for tonight, but this is something good to have in the refrigerator for lunches. All right, so I filled up that quart jar that we had chicken stock in with water just to kind of rinse it out. We can add some more water in here until the rice is covered. All right, we'll check back in on that in 15 minutes. We've got some onions sauteing. I'm going to chop up a bell pepper as well, and we'll get those nice and sauteed and then cook the ground chicken up with it. I use at least a half an onion every meal. I feel like one of my 2023 goals is to grow enough onions for us. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said last year, my root type vegetables did not do well, but especially my onions because I planted them so late. But one of my favorite things that I did make from onions was not from the onion bulb itself, but from the onion tops. I made a pesto out of them. It's in the freezer right now. It is so delicious. So that might be my favorite onion garden product. Let's add the ground chicken now. See how this all cooks up together. Yum. The ground chicken is cooking up pretty good here. So I think it's time to season it. I don't have any taco seasoning per se. So we will just kind of concoct some seasoning of for ourselves. I did get a new cowboy candy from the pantry downstairs, those candied jalapenos. Again, our jalapenos were so hot that it's definitely more kick than sweet. So we'll just put a little bit of those in there. The juice is really the best part. As always, garlic of some form. We have this chili lime Trader Joe's seasoning, super good. We'll top it off with these green and red hatch chili flakes from Trader Joe's as well. The rice, beans, and quinoa finished up in the Instant Pot. One of the best things about the model that we have is that the pot itself has these silicone handles. So easy to pick up and maneuver, and it can also go on the stove top. So I'm going to put this on low heat, and we're going to season this mixture up a little bit too. We have this on low heat. I think any rice that goes in the burrito bowl calls for some citrus. We don't have any lime, so I'm going to be opening this bottle up of organic lemon juice. We keep a case of this from Azure around. It's really helpful when it comes to canning and just generally having around. So get some lemon juice in there, season it with some cayenne and probably some garlic powder. The rice and beans are done, the chicken's done. It's time to assemble our burrito bowls. So I had some salad mix left over from yesterday. I like a pretty even mix of lettuce to rice to make it a little bit lower carb. So we'll scoop some of that rice, quinoa, and black beans in there. This ground chicken with the peppers and onions looks absolutely delicious. Like I said, we use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream and a lot of other dairy products, so put a dollop of that on there. And then out of the pantry, we got a jar of our peach salsa that we canned on July 4th. How festive. Put some of that on there, in there. Then of course the hot sauce. There it is. Here's our dinner for tonight. We ground up a chicken that we raised here on the homestead and accompanied it with some rice and beans, some home canned salsa. That's our dinner.